Shit. And we're live. Welcome for another edition of Not Mainstream, January 12th, 2018. And good Lord, where do we begin? I think we should do... Should we start with the shithole countries, or should we start with Almighty God, Oprah running in 2020?
I tell you what. Let's build it up. Let's build up to the shithole thing. Let's talk about Orca.
All right, let's build. Yeah, all right, let's build up. All right, I agree with you, Henry. Let's build. So let's start Oprah in 2020. So we was actually discussing that last week. We was throwing around some names of people who might run in 2020, and Oprah was one of them. So, and last week was the Golden Globes. I didn't watch it.
I didn't either.
The only thing that came out of the Golden Globes is Oprah's speech. They have to, trot Oprah out to do damage control, even though she's, one of the persons that's possibly, allegedly, courting women to give to Harvey Weinstein. Because, there's some articles going around that some woman named Naomi said that Oprah used her to go to. So, yeah. But
that
Oprah
would not
came
be
out.
too surprising.
Yeah,
surprising.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. But yeah, so Oprah came out.
Here's Lale.
Hey Lale. We're
Hi,
talking
guys.
about Lale's favorite woman, Oprah, in 2020. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so Oprah came out at the Golden Globes, did this whole speech saying can't get any more, and it ends right now. We got caught, so it's going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue on.
Time is up, she said.
Their time is up. Yeah, they're going to continue on. This time they're going to hopefully not get caught. Hopefully they won't get caught this time. That's what they're praying for. But it's all out there. They've opened up a whole bunch of worms, so they got to trot out Oprah to get a reward and do damage control. And after she did her speech, the mainstream media went ballistic. Oh, yeah, she's a good candidate. We need her for president. And NBC actually tweeted out and said, our future president, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, come on, give me a freaking break, people.
And then they took the tweet down after
they took the tweet down and said that it was a third-party person. Great excuse, by the way. I'm glad they didn't go with the typical "we got hacked."
Yeah. The Republicans did it.
The Russians did it. Russia hacked us.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about Oprah running? Because if I'm Shane Stradamus right now, Oprah, Michelle Obama. 2020, Oprah President, Michelle Obama VP. Wholeheartedly to believe that's what they're going to run with.
God.
I just threw up on my mouth a little bit.
Me too.
I can see that. I can actually see it because they have because see they can do this because the left, they're all about identity politics. That'd be two black women. They get the women vote and they get the black vote because Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey. Plus, not only that, Oprah and Michelle, they're just up there with Hillary. They're the queens of the gays, so there's the gay vote as well. So, what do you guys think about Oprah?
And the belief would be, well, they're immune from criticism because they're women and they're black. So if you dare criticize them, you're either a misogynist or you're a racist.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, hang on, Lale, I've been calling her this all week, a race-baiting, hypocritical demagogue.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what she is.
Absolutely.
I forced myself to watch that speech. And
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I just watched the clip.
I didn't watch it live. I watched it, after the fact.
I've not even watched the speech at all. I've heard about it. But
is the biggest
Go ahead.
is the biggest piece of propaganda you will hear.
Yeah, and
from any celebrity.
Like you said, Henry. And then she brought up something unrelated about the black girl that was raped in the 1940s about like 6 guys. Like, okay, so she's bringing up race. I mean, she's like Al Sharpton. She's the female Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. You know, they bring her out there to talk to, you know, call everybody racist, call everybody sexist. You know, I kind of feel that hardly anybody watched the Golden Globes. I think from what I've heard or from what I've seen, it's like one of the lowest rated Golden Globes. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way that people watch the speech is online. But go ahead, Henry.
What I have heard is that they didn't take too many pot shots at President Trump like they could have.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, surprisingly, considering that the host is Seth Meyers, who is very much a leftist and a self-denying queer. I mean, have you ever heard the guy talk? Queer, he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's so painful. God, it's so painful. But let's see here. So Oprah. Apparently, everybody loves Oprah. I don't love Oprah. I wouldn't vote for her.
I don't either. I mean, these leftist celebrities, like, oh my God, oh Oprah, oh yes. They were practically having an orgasm over Orca.
Yeah,
they were.
And plus, it shows how biased the media is.
Yeah.
They creamed their pants when Oprah talked on stage. After she talked, they creamed their pants. The mainstream media love her. I mean, see how biased they are, how deep in the pockets they are for promoting Oprah to be president.
Mm-hmm.
She's that this video of her, you know, wanting population control, saying that the old racist has to die. I looked that one up.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that.
And then she's with George Soros and all these other globalists promoting population control, promoting, you know, genocide, promoting that there needs to be, you know, a big, massive genocide to control the population. So she's so deep connected to the globalists. I don't think I'm with Trump on. I don't see her running because there's so much baggage there. She's like Hillary 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we let Lael express some thoughts on this?
Yes, because we don't want to seem sexist, Henry. We don't want to seem sexist.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Oprah has the tremendous following that she did.
And she
backed Obama. She fell out. There was talk about Michelle disliking her, and then the two of them having some friction between them, Oprah and Michelle, and
I've heard about that too. Yeah.
You don't think Michelle? You don't think Obama cheated on Michelle Obama with Oprah? Messed around?
No, I doubt it.
It's a big possibility.
He might have messed around with Stedman.
Oh
my gosh. Well, that was great. I almost choked on my water.
No, I don't think they. I don't know that they.
Yeah, I don't you putting Oprah's weave on and let's do it.
Michelle clearly did not like a closeness or a friendship or something that Oprah had with Barack. And maybe they got past it, or maybe they just buried it and smiled. But And like I said, Oprah does not have the following she had. Once she backed Obama and things turned so bad those 8 years, and a lot of Democrats have gone Republican now after Obama. And if Hillary didn't win, if they can get the voter fraud under control, Oprah wouldn't win either. Mm-hmm. Things keep going the way they are with Trump, and things keep getting better. I think Trump's a shoe-in.
Yeah, I'm wondering about, Oprah had, not only did she have Stedman there with her, King of CBS Morning News. Now, what's the relationship between Oprah and Gayle King?
Yeah, it's been alleged that Oprah is either a lesbian or bisexual or whatever. So, that's the only way that she can win, is just saying that she's a lesbian, she's black, and she's a woman. That's three things right there.
Well, here's my thing. How long have she and Stedman been engaged? About 25 years?
Yeah, but she's been friends with Gayle for like 40 years. Like high school or college or something. She and Gayle have been best friends since they were really young. And in fact, I've not heard a word about Stedman for years now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if she hasn't married that man by now, she's not going to.
No,
I thought her and Stedman broke up.
I don't think they did.
I don't know, but I know I've not heard his name mentioned for a long time.
That he was there sitting with Gayle King at the Golden Globes. So.
Oh, was he? I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I saw the clips. Yeah. So a lot of people are wondering, could Stedman be her beard?
I don't know. I don't think we'll run, but there's plenty of time.
Nikki's watching
for her to decide.
Hey, Nikki, she's asking about, after Trump leaves, what about a Pence and Oprah ticket?
No, I don't think so.
No way. No way.
She and Stedman have been engaged for like 25 years, and they have not gotten married.
Well, they never really.
I don't see
about it. They always kind of said, "We don't know. We're not worried about it," or
She's stringing him along, if you ask me.
Yeah. And two, I think maybe one reason why they're not going to get married is because, if Oprah dies before him, he's going to get everything. He's going to get everything. And she doesn't want that. But, all right, so continuing on with Oprah's speech, they show faces. During the speech, they show Meryl Streep, who, promoted, child rapist Roman Polanski. And they showed who else's face did they show, Henry?
Well, one thing, they showed Denzel Washington, and he didn't look very impressed with what she was saying.
I don't know if Denzel Washington ever talked politics?
No, he has never revealed. His political stance.
He's a conservative. Ever. He's a conservative. If a Hollywood celebrity does not talk about politics, 9 out of 10, they're conservative.
Yes, I agree. And he was asked at one time who he voted for in the last election. He said, I really don't think it's anybody's business.
Well, it's not. When it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. My mom.
Yeah, Denzel, he has always been one of those who has not ever put politics ahead of You know,
Yeah.
He's been asked about it, yes, but he's always been very evasive about it.
Yeah. And what's just really weird is because Denzel Washington, you know, did a few movies with Oprah.
Yeah.
Yes. But, you know, like I said, I think he is, I don't know if it's because he wants to, I don't think if he were to take a political as conservative, I think it would probably hurt his career because most of Hollywood is very leftist.
Yeah, blackballed him.
They would attempt to blackball him, exactly. Yes, they would. So he just kind of he keeps to himself when it comes to politics, keeps his to himself and keeps it separate from his career.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a smart move on his part.
I do too.
Nikki said that she heard a rumor that he wrote it for Trump.
It may be true. You never know. You never know. We don't know because he's been very circumspect about it.
And he criticized Meryl Streep for making a speech last year at the Golden Globes.
I heard about that. I think I heard that he did make some criticisms about her.
Mm-hmm.
The speech she gave last year was very politically charged, and she basically bashed those who liked football and MMA.
Yeah. So basically, she alienated half the country because that's half the country right there that likes MMA and football.
And now,
but not only so, Oprah's speech was criticized by Seal, the musician Seal,
yes,
on his Instagram or his Twitter account, and he said that you knew everything about her. He basically said that she knew about Harvey Weinstein, and that she is no good. Basically, defending all that.
Yes. I mean, there are photos of she and Harvey Weinstein getting pretty chummy.
Yeah, there's one photo of her sucking on his ear.
See, there you go.
It's Oprah. Oprah's after me. Oprah's vengeance.
Lyle, basically what he said was, he said that there's a photo of Harvey, of King
Oprah
on Weinstein's ear, Harvey Weinstein's ear. So, or sucking on it rather.
Yeah.
So that's something else that's going to be hard for Oprah to overcome if she decides to run.
I think so.
Defense Department secret spending exposed as Trump audit begins. I just had an America First News pop up. Obama Defense Department secret spending exposed as Trump audit begins.
Oh yeah. That's right. Here's the photo. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? It's a little bit bright.
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of bright.
Yeah.
Turn the brightness down just a little.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
All that one. Yeah.
Too bright. Let me bring it down a little bit.
Real chummy with him.
There you go. Right there. Right there. Boom. Now, if you blow it up, you can see she's sucking on the earlobe, right there.
Oh yeah.
That's totally the
earlobe.
And if you go over to his other side of the earlobe, that's his freaking earlobe. She's sucking on that thing.
Are you kidding me?
Makes you wonder what else she's sucking on.
Oh, my Lord. I've seen the picture. I did not see it that close up.
Yeah. Yeah, so and Trump was asked about Oprah for running. He said he knows Oprah very well. and that she's nice, she's good and everything, but he doesn't see her running. But I think it would be, to be honest with you, I think it would be fun to see the debates between Oprah and Trump. I think that'd be so much fun. So much fun.
Of Trump, but not Donald Trump, Ivanka got a little bit of flack for actually praising Oprah's speech.
So wait a minute. The mainstream media can call her the next president, but Ivanka can't say, "Oh, what a good speech." Come on.
Guess not.
Well, that's the way things go.
It's mainly been I think it's mainly been conservatives who have criticized her for, I mean, she has the right to praise the speech if she wishes. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody's life one way or the other.
Right.
Yeah, and speaking of Harvey Weinstein, he got slapped by a. Have you seen the video? The Harvey Weinstein getting slapped by some restaurant owner?
No.
No, I not seen that.
So Harvey Weinstein was at some restaurant in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. The restaurant owner came up to him and basically had him escorted out. While he was escorting him out, the bitch slapped him. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Probably knew who he was. Probably knew who he was. So you, like, dude, scumbag.
Dude, I don't like Harvey Weinstein at all, but dude, at least have somebody to go get your food for you. Lay low. Don't leave your freaking house. Anything can happen.
Really. So now it's going to charge a man with assault or something?
I don't know if they charged him or not. I haven't heard. But the video's on TMZ. It's been going around.
It
would be worth it, probably. It's not attempted murder or.
Like I say, the restaurant owner probably recognized him.
Yeah.
Hauled off it.
Yeah, he did. And speaking of Harvey, they didn't bring up Harvey Weinstein at all at the Golden Globes, from what I understood.
No,
of course not.
That is bad. That is a really bad decision. They should have brought him up. They should have addressed it. Seth Meyers should have addressed it. Say, hey, you know what? We got caught with our pants down, literally and figuratively. We're going to try to do better next time. But I think that was the whole reason. Oprah should have mentioned his name. But it's still hypocritical of Oprah, even if she did mention his name. And there's photos going around on his ear.
Very, very true.
That's the funniest thing I've seen in a while.
It is, yeah. So let's get into the big news that has just recently come up in the last 24 hours. It is a private meeting with President Trump and several lawmakers, including a few never-Trumper rhinos and one leftist Democrat who is one of the biggest assholes there is in the Senate. They call him Dickhead the Turban Durbin.
Oh.
I mean, this was a guy who said equated our troops with Nazis and said they were losers during the Iraq War. And then he turned around and apologized for it. Very hollow apology. He was only apologizing because he got caught saying it. They were remorseful about it. So supposedly, according to some source, some anonymous source.
Yep, anonymous source.
Allegedly said that certain countries like Africa were shithole nations. No audio of this. There's no video of this. There's only this leftist Democrat and these never-Trumper rhinos who are corroborating that he supposedly said this.
Yeah. And plus, Trump said he didn't say it that way.
Anonymous source.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen anonymous sources through CNN and MSNBC and all these other mainstream media sites, and they're completely wrong? They had to go back days later, hours later, months later, weeks later, and correct themselves. And it's getting to the point that the mainstream media doesn't. It's like they're shitting in their hands and just throwing it at the wall, seeing if it'll stick, because they come up with the absolute most freaking blatant lies. It's lie after lie after lie after lie, and it's completely garbage. Completely garbage.
Here's my thing. Here's my take on it. Personally, I don't believe he said that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And I will not believe he said it until there's audio or video of him actually saying it. Well, I would believe more video than audio, because audio can be doctored.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think we reported on this, or maybe I posted the article about it, that there's this new software where people can actually take audio of a person and manipulate it to say what they didn't actually say.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's another reason not to trust any audio clips. If let's say somebody, because has got one of these, everybody's got a phone with a camera, taking video of Trump saying that, and then like post it on YouTube, or say here, or send it to some news network. Video of Trump saying shithole. But until there is video that emerges of that, we said that.
Remember what clip do we to those to the gun rights people too in the video? You remember a while back they cut it all up?
Yeah, they when Katie Couric did her gun control propaganda piece, and she interviewed the pro-gun people, and they edit it out and sliced it up and diced it up to make them say what they didn't really say. Remember that, Henry?
Yeah, she's a propagandist leftist bitch.
So that's the thing on. It was all actual recording. They just cut it up and rearranged it to make it look bad.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: even if Trump did say it,
he does have a point.
Is it not the truth?
It is.
Number one, he wasn't saying it about the people. He was saying it about the government.
Yeah.
The country is run.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he did say it.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, Haiti is a shithole country because of Hillary and the Clinton Foundation. They raped them. They took their money, the earthquake in Haiti, and put it in their pocket.
They reopened that.
You had
took it over.
You had Linda Salisbury, who took Haitian kids and started sex trafficking them, and she's still out free for some God knows reason.
Yep.
Dickhead the Turban Durbin claims that President Trump said we don't need any more Haitians. You know, and he said that Trump was saying some of the most hateful things. I got something hateful for you, dickhead, here, right here. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's great. Man, Henry's riled up tonight. I love it. I love it. You're riled up every night. Love it.
I mean, this is more fake news as far as him supposedly saying shithole.
Even if he did, Haiti wasn't the greatest place to live before the earthquake. The Clinton, and then the Clintons went in and raped it, and the Haitians hate the Clintons. I've seen a number of Haitian people talking about the Clintons and how they came and used them and dumped on them.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is that because the president came out with a tweet and said, with a tweet this morning. I mean, could he have done it? Should he have done it yesterday? Maybe. President's not. But I was watching a video by Styx Hexenhammer. president's not going to play the little game that the media, that the media wants him to play. He's not going to do. He's not going to do things according to the timetable of the left or timetable of the fake news media. Own timetable.
Yeah. And plus, after this whole shithole gate came out, the Michael Wharf stuff died instantly. That is how fast this news cycle is. You know, and Lionel from Lionel Nation says that everybody has an attention span of like a gnat. You know, they
they do.
We got last week, that was Michael Wolff and Fire and Fury, all that nonsense with Steve Bannon. This week is shithole gate. Next week, what's it going to be next week? Because next week we know
it's what the media gives us. The media has an attention span of a gnat. If the media was going on with the story, we'd be still listening to just what the story is.
And that's how Trump. That's why I love Trump so much.
I mean, like I said, it's fake.
Guys, I'm going to cut out a minute. I got to run up the driveway and meet my cousin, and I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Right. No problem.
All right.
Problem.
I think we can hold the fort down because me and Henry's riled up again. What are you drinking tonight, man?
Just some Coke Zero or Diet Coke or whatever. That's all.
I'm gonna have to investigate that Diet Coke and see what's in it because man, you were fired up.
Man, the constant. It seems hell every day. There's always some kind of so-called scandal involving the president.
Yeah,
made up scandals and fake news. This idiot Don Lemon, who is a Don Lemonhead. That's what Mark Dice calls him. The camera on CNN. He said the president was a racist.
The only person who's a racist is Don Lemon. Don Lemon's the racist. Yep. What you see what the left does is that they project themselves onto you. I mean, say they're the racist, they're the sexist, they're the homophobe, they're the Islamophobe, they're all this. They cannot they cannot accept the fact that they're the racist, they're the fascist, they're the whatever buzzwords the mainstream media uses. They cannot accept that fact, so they have to project it onto someone else. And here's another thing about racist. If you guys that's watching knows what a racist is, they don't hide the fact that they're racist. They're actually open to the fact that they're racist. They are proud to be a racist. They go out there and spew racist nonsense because they're proud of that. All right. So that is what a real racist is. A real racist is actually proud.
Yeah, the thing is, CNN, they continuously said shithole uncut and uncensored. The only one who didn't actually say shithole was Wolf Blitzer. He said S-hole.
Which is surprising to me because that'd be Wolf Blitzer would have, jumped to the fact for that. But see, that's what the mainstream media does.
And then you have
they keep on saying the word. They keep on saying the word that the president allegedly says. I don't think he actually said it. If he did, so what? Because it's not the first time we've heard President Trump cuss or President-elect or candidate Trump cuss. It's not the first time we've heard that. It's not surprising. But what they do is they keep on repeating the word over and over again to get people riled up, to get people, riled up so they can be like, well, President Trump is a racist. And no. They keep on repeating the word time after time to rile people up. Go ahead, Henry.
That's what it is.
And speaking,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and speaking of fake news, we got. That's it. I'm going to do. Go ahead.
But like I said, CNN, they kept repeating it. Cuckboy Chris Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, had one of those white chalkboards, and he had the headline. The headline on it said, "What President Trump is." He wrote "shithole" up underneath it.
Oh my God.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, the thing is, the fake news, they jump on this immediately without checking their source on this. Like they want to believe anything negative about President Trump. And unfortunately, even Mia Love, who is of Haitian descent, said the president should apologize. Well, number one, Mia Love, but you don't know if he said it or not. You don't know.
She's a neocon, then.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I have to agree.
Here's the thing. He didn't say anything about the people. He said that the people, they're coming from shithole countries. Allegedly. Allegedly, he said that. Allegedly. The 20 different anonymous sources that the mainstream media miraculously appears. He allegedly said the countries are shitholes, which, to some extent I agree with, because they are. Because the government is poorly run government because of that. It's not the people, it's the poorly run government that's these running these countries, and it's true. Now, if he would have allegedly said that, well, these shithole people coming from these damn shithole countries, now, yeah, that I would have a problem with. Because you know what? I might have some problem with that, because don't talk about the people like that. But he was talking about the country.
I would too. Yeah, exactly. He's talking about the country. He's talking about the way the country is run. He's talking about the government.
Yeah.
Obama, I'm sure, said much worse things than Trump could ever. Trump has only been alleged to say something bad. Obama did say bad stuff. Well documented.
Obama said, I think the shitstorm in Syria or something like that. So, but yeah.
There's a little bit of news about Obama we'll talk about. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go into it now. And
well, let me do this one real quick, because
go ahead.
Because this is again fake news. I'm gonna have to do a new segment called the Fake News Roundup or something like that, because
I like it.
The Fake News Roundup. Yeah. We can probably spend like 5 days constantly, because it's fake news after fake news after fake news. But you probably heard about this one. This is actually blasted all over Twitter and in the Twitter mentions about Trump lawyer hush money to a former porn star.
Oh, I just saw the headline. Yes.
Yeah, well, according to the True Pundit, it's the mainstream media hoax. This is fake news, blatantly fake news. The lawyer denied it. Even the porn star denied it. So both parties denied it, that it ever happened. So according to the Wall Street Journal, which they're going in the crapper now, reported Friday that a Trump lawyer, Michael Cohen, arranged a payment of $130,000 to Stephanie Clifford, whose porn name was Stormy Daniels, in October of 2016. This reportedly after she sent her and her lawyer to negotiate a non-disclosure agreement to prevent her from publicly discussing the supposed sexual encounter with President Trump. Cohen denied the claim. These rumors have circulated, and this is what he said. These rumors have circulated time and time again since 2011. President Trump, once again, very limitedly denies any occurrence has taken place. And then, a letter obtained by Fox News, Clifford also denied all allegations. So the porn star also says that she denies these allegations, and this is what she says. I recently became aware that certain news outlets are alleging that I had a sexual and or romantic affair with Donald Trump many, 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 many years ago. I am stating with complete clarity that this is absolutely false. And this is a signed letter. A signed letter. And she continues to say, my involvement with President Trump is nothing more than appearances. Let me read that. Nothing more than limited to a few public appearances and nothing more. Clifford also wrote in a letter that when she met Trump, he was gracious, professional, and a complete gentleman to me and everyone in my presence.
Well, there you go.
Again,
yeah,
constant fake news. And I bet they had some anonymous source again, you know.
Yeah.
That said this happened.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The left always says news according to Donald Trump is only reporting that he doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
The left says that's all fake news is according to them. Fake news, according to Donald Trump, it's only reports that he doesn't like. No. These people have been faking the news for a long time. Yeah. There are numerous examples of them staging things. CNN especially.
Yeah. Staging what? Protests? They had, like, you know, give signs out to people to protest. That was caught on camera. And here's the thing. Another thing is that this is why Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and speaking of Twitter, we get into Twitter as well, because some big news came out of Twitter through Project Veritas this past week. This is why Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all these other social media sites is trying to block them faking news. They're trying to block that. They're trying to block you saying that they've been faking news and all that. They're trying to censor us. They're censoring us, you know, every single day. Let's get into Twitter, because this is a huge news. So Project Veritas went undercover with some Twitter executive or tech guy that says that we will cooperate fully to give any tweets, direct messages, any retweets and whatnot to in the case of the Russiagate, because Trump uses his direct messages on Twitter. He doesn't have time to DM people on Twitter. I don't believe he DMs people on Twitter. If he does, so what? That's his business. But it also came out that says that Twitter is actively censoring people that has a conservative Christian values. You know, that's actively censoring it, and it's nothing new. We knew that, you know, ever since this whole mess came about. But this is 100% proof. Undercover video of Project Veritas getting this.
But yet, what they will do is they will leave up tweets. Welcome back, Leo.
Hi.
They will leave up tweets and leave accounts active of individuals who make death threats against President Trump or death threats against conservatives. Yeah. All day long. I like to assassinate Trump. He needs to be assassinated. He needs to be this, and this.
Yeah.
That's fine with Twitter.
Yeah. And not only that, what else is fine with Twitter is the fake news, because there's been so many tweets out by these so-called journalists saying, for an example, one came out today about some guy with the State Department, you know, resigned, and the fake news media said he resigned because of the comments made by President Trump on the people of Haiti, because he resigned back in December, a month before Trump made these alleged comments. So they don't take down those tweets either. You know, they don't take down those fake news tweets. They leave them up to get like 100,000 retweets, and then whereas when they have the correction, they only get like a few hundred retweets.
Exactly. But if you're a Christian conservative, if you dare to praise President Trump or anything like that, or you're suspended.
I don't do Twitter.
Yeah, and they wonder why CNN is so maligned these days. They have the nerve. They have the audacity to wonder why CNN's ratings are lower than reruns of Yogi Bear.
I know, it's a wonder they're still on the air.
I remember when Sebastian Gorka was on a few months ago on Anderson Cooper's show. He mentioned he said fake news. And you know, is it any wonder your ratings are lower than reruns of Yogi Bear?
Mhm.
I was like, yeah.
And then this past week, Stephen Miller, who I really love, was on
Oh,
Jake
yeah.
Crapper's show.
Fake Crapper. Yeah.
Jake Crapper. And he was blasting Jake Crapper. He was blasting him. And Jake got all triggered and upset. Well, this is not what you're here for, and I'm going to cut this interview short. And he cut the interview short. He basically told him to go away. Jake Crapper got a little PO.
Miller was poning him.
Yep.
Absolutely. And then they had the fake news came out that says Stephen Miller was escorted off of property by like security, and he was like all, you know, like Omarosa was being fighting back and everything. It's again nonsense. Complete nonsense.
Yep. I mean, Stephen Miller was owning Jake Tapper, and Jake Tapper didn't like it.
Stephen Owner. Yeah, because he did own her. He did own him.
I almost said Stephen Owner.
Oh, man.
So we keep seeing all these examples of fake news. And usually 9 times out of 10, it involves CNN.
Yeah. CNN is like the number one for fake news. And then it's like, you know, the rest of them just follow suit.
CNN is
speaking of CNN,
so hard to stay above board.
And
they'll.
So it's been a while since I've said this, but I still have my offer on the table of purchasing CNN for $1. Now I did, however, raise the price up to $2 because of the tax cuts. But then,
that's right.
But then the whole New Year's Eve debacle happened. The price went down back to $1. So still $1. I'm still on the table. This is now. If CNN is watching, Google. I know you're watching. I know you're listening. But Google. Send this message out to CNN because I know you guys are in collusion together. But this is a legitimate offer. I have $1, and I want to purchase CNN for it. I want to own CNN. I want to own the logo. I want to own everything that has CNN. I am the only person that can save CNN. This is totally legit offer. I want to buy CNN. I want to own everything about CNN. I know HLN is like some kind of division of CNN. I don't want HLN. You guys can have that. I just want CNN. I want the building. I want if you guys have a helicopter, that has to be included in the deal. So this is a legitimate offer. CNN is so toxic that no one wants to buy it at, you know, billions or millions of dollars. So $1 is all I'm asking for. That is on the table.
Yeah, before
there
you
go.
Get it all together and don't make anything, at least you get a buck.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into
DACA real quick, because we've talked about this last week. So Trump specifically stated that he is not going to do a deal on DACA unless it includes the wall and border security. So apparently there was a deal made, but Trump turned it down because it wasn't enough for the wall, and I think that's it. But I'm glad he turned that down, and it goes to show that Trump is listening to us, because there's so many people from his hardcore base saying do not do a deal on DACA. I'm one of those people. I do not want to see a deal on DACA.
Yeah.
But maybe there's some flexibility in there if some of the people can get deported and have the people that's, in good standing self-deport, have them file papers within 6 months to at least start the legalization process. Maybe if that deal is like that, but the Republicans and the Democrats, they don't want to do the whole wall and border security because they know that the illegals, the Republicans can use the illegals for cheap labor, and the Democrats can use the illegals as votes. So what's your deal with DACA, people?
Same thing I said last week. If they're in the military and making good grades in high school, going to college, never been in any trouble, okay, let's help them find a way to citizenship. And anybody else, criminal, especially, chunk them first. And then work on building a wall, and then sort out what's left.
Agree with that. I think if they've been in the country for a long time and they haven't broken any laws,
I
think they should stay if they haven't broken any laws. Even if, let's say, they came over illegally. They've been here for, unless they haven't filled out their paperwork or whatever. There was one that I'm in Mississippi, right over here in Greenwood, who was deported because he had not filled out his paperwork. He had been in the community for like 20 years, things like that. He had a business, and he was deported. The thing is, he should have filled out his paperwork like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
There was a case down here where I think it was over Meridian or Jackson. I think it was Meridian, where several individuals were arrested. And they were charged with being illegals, and was deported because she spoke out. Her papers in order either. So if you don't have your papers in order, let's say you forget, even if you forget to sign your papers, the thing is they're going to send you reminders, whether email or even through snail mail. They're going to send you reminders. Hey, you got paperwork.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be able to get state funds or ABT or Medicaid and all of that if you are not at least complying to filling out your paperwork, signing your papers, and all of that.
Yep, I agree.
If you're trying, if you're law abiding and you're trying to do the path to citizenship, okay, I don't mind helping you, that much. But don't just sneak in and live and bring 25 other people and I have to pay for it, or we have, because we have people taken care of.
The congressman in this district, Benny Thompson, who's a racist asshole, was defending these people. Oh, don't deport them. President Trump is horrible. He deported that person. President Trump had to do with the law. It's called the law, yep. Congressman.
Yep.
Exactly. And we must have certain laws. You can have too many easily, but there are certain laws a country needs to have for the best for everybody. But you break the law, and it's like, well, we're saying, if they haven't broke the law, well, they broke the law when they come in the country illegally, so they're already a criminal, so to speak.
Criminal trespassers.
Yeah. Trespassing or whatever. That's not as bad a word, I guess.
Yep. All right. Now, speaking of Barack Obama, we kind of touched on him a little bit earlier. appearance with David Letterman on Letterman's new Netflix show.
Ew.
Oh,
I didn't watch. I haven't seen that. I didn't watch it.
I'm not going to watch it. Don't care for it.
Neither am I.
I'm not going to watch it either, but I mean, I heard that he talked about dance moves.
What?
I'm like, oh.
Dance moves.
Or dad.
Dance moves, he said. That's what he said.
Dance moves?
Apparently, he dances like a dad, supposedly.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Oh, the dad dancing. Jeez, come on. Why is he still relevant? Oh, that's right. He's the deep state president. That's why.
Yes, that's exactly why he's relevant. It's a very fawning interview because Letterman's a big lefty.
Yeah, he really hurt himself. Really hurt himself. And I thought Letterman was supposed to be retired. Why is he doing a show now?
Well,
who knows? I think the name of his show is "My Next Guest Needs No Introduction," which is something he would say frequently when he was hosting his late night talk show.
Is Paul going to be there?
Paul
Schaefer.
Paul Schaefer, yeah.
No, I don't think. It's probably a different format. It's not like a talk show. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a show, podcast. Something like that. Yeah.
Like a the Queen or something. Fill my time instead of watching that.
I agree. It's just, I would not waste my time watching washed up mountain man looking dude.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
The Letterman. I mean, have you seen the beard he has? Jeez.
Yeah, he's like off the grid now. He's like, man, he looks sore. He's like what, in his 80s? Is he that old?
He's not that old. He's like
he looks
60s.
Wow.
Isn't it amazing though, with all of the liberal, vegetarian, vegan, tree hugging, animal loving that we have in America right now, that these off the grid survival shows and things are so popular that they keep coming up with new ones all the time. So somebody's watching them. If they keep coming up with new ones and keeping them on, you know, and it ain't the liberals watching them.
Yeah,
you know, because they're against. I'm sorry, you should have starved instead of killing that deer. You know, or going to the grocery store where they make meat.
Dish, we have an outdoors network, and they have I think it's Ted Nugent's thing. It's called Spirit of the Wild with Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
I love Ted Nugent.
Spirit of the Wild.
I love Ted Nugent.
Yes.
I've seen Nugent, some Nugent shows.
All right, this time to get pissed off again. So April Ryan, you know who April Ryan is. April Ryan, I think she's with CNN. So President Trump did a proclamation for Martin Luther King Jr. today to formally proclamate and everything. And the fake news media started asking questions. April Ryan said, Mr. President, are you racist? Are you racist, Mr. President? Mr. President, are you racist?
I heard that too.
A fucking break, people. Give me a break.
I'll stop and look and say, yes, I am
racist.
Are you a racist? While he's proclamating Martin Luther King Jr. Day with Martin Luther King's granddaughter, Alveda King. Is it his granddaughter?
She's his
great-granddaughter? Alveda King?
I think. Now, she may be a little liberal, but she's pretty conservative.
Yeah, she's a fan of President Trump.
She's on Fox every so often, and she's very conservative and is in agreement that the Democrats is what's holding the blacks back. Alveda King, she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that. Whoever it was, Mr. President, are you a racist? What a stupid! Is that the best? Who in the heck do you work for? What paper? What news outlet do you work for? And that's the best question you could come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Idiot. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Henry's buddy, Dick Durbin, says that chain migration was racist. Is Henry still with us? I think he froze up on us.
It's a what? Calling it chain migration is racist?
Yeah, he's saying that calling it chain migration is racist. Oh my god. So this is just breaking right now. 54 African countries demand Trump retraction apology over slur. All right, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
No.
But yeah. So basically, what the left is doing, the Democrats is doing, they're fighting over language. So they're fighting over being politically correct. So I guess being politically correct isn't politically correct anymore. You got to be advanced politically correct, or a new term. We're gonna come up with a new term that's not politically correct anymore.
Did you see
Henry,
you're froze, we think.
Go ahead.
Henry,
if you can hear us, you froze up on us.
Did you see the piece today? I didn't read the entire article about the African tribes and the Hamas and the Jews.
No, I haven't heard that.
There's a the NCA, the ACN, African National something anyway, and they have decided and declared that Africa, for the biggest part, should support Hamas and forget about Israel and go against Israel. And it said the Zulu tribe, which is the biggest tribe in Africa, the leader, the chief or whatever of the Zulu tribe, has spoken up and said no, and asked this organization, whatever it is, national organization, to reconsider. He said that the Jews had done a lot more for Africa than the Muslims had ever done, and he was against it. So the Jews have got the Zulus on their side. And you know, of course, what I thought when I read it, Zulus? No, I won. Remember that whole joke? Cards with
I was going to say was, this whole thing of these African nations demanding an apology from Trump, you don't even know if he said it.
Yeah.
It was about what he allegedly said.
And let me ask you this. How many people, regular everyday people in each of these countries, has a television or can read and write or has any idea what in the hell is going on in the rest of the world. And I don't mean that to be ugly. I mean, they're poor and they're struggling to survive every day. They've got to eat, and they've got to have water every day, and get their youngins to school if there is one around. And I don't mean that in an ugly way, but
it's true. I mean, they don't have internet, they don't have TV, they don't have cable, they don't have any of that.
Exactly, except for
some of them don't. Some of them don't.
Some in the bigger cities, but it's basically the government yelling about it. The regular people have no idea. I would grant.
Yeah.
So they're not speaking for everybody because everybody don't know the details.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
let's see here.
Yeah. Like, I don't speak for Hillary. I mean, Hillary doesn't speak for me. Sorry, got that backwards. I'm speaking for all the women.
I know you're not, bitch.
Half or three quarters of us don't agree with what you're saying. So don't say you're speaking for us, Hillary.
Yeah, exactly. So Trump did his physical today, his first White House physical.
I heard it was coming up.
And it's excellent health, doctor reports. Trump in excellent health. Exam went exponentially well. He's going to brief everybody Tuesday about the physical. And CNBC, a little note from CNBC said, the physical did not include a psychiatric exam. Did not include a psychiatric exam. It's fine. He's not mentally ill. He's not mentally unfit, unlike Hillary Clinton, who falls every time the wind blows.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm sure they add that.
Going back to the whole meeting. Trump said that he needs to record these meetings. I completely agree with him. I think what Trump needs to do is start filming these meetings and broadcasting them live on the YouTube channel, on his YouTube channel, like he did with the immigration debate. In and started talking. I think that he needs to do that more often, because first it'll prove that he's not mentally unfit. Second, I
think that's the meeting where he supposedly said shithole.
Oh, the same meeting. The really?
I think so.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then guess what? He didn't say shithole.
Yeah. Well, not on camera. Allegedly, it was supposed to be after the camera stopped filming.
What difference does it make?
Or not. Well, I mean, I agree with you. It doesn't make any difference. But still, I don't believe he said it. Even if he did say it,
who cares? I don't believe he said it, but if he did, who cares? I don't care.
He could have.
The only thing I care about is keep his promises. Keep going on the MAGA agenda. That's the only thing I care about, is Trump keeping his promises. That's the only thing I care about. If he doesn't keep his promises, then I'm going to be like, hey, man, you know what? We voted you to do this.
He's working on it. He's done a lot already.
Yep.
And he's working on the rest. Yep. Rome wasn't built in a day.
It's true. But I mean, personally, I think it's fake news. I mean, I don't think he said it.
I don't think so either.
I turned the cameras on and probably filmed him if he had said it. Do you really think that the mainstream media would miss a chance to get him on camera saying something like that? Of course they would.
To be honest with you, I'm surprised they haven't done that already, where he goes in and do these television interviews with, like, CNBC. I'm surprised they don't leave the camera on after the interview is done to catch him, make a mistake or something. I'm surprised they haven't done that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the process of doing that.
They might be doing it. Maybe he's being careful.
Yeah, it's a high probability.
Yeah, because they'll do anything for any little anything.
So we got some more news. This time from Walmart. They're raising their wages up to $11 an hour, and they're also giving $1,000 bonuses to high-ranking employees of Walmart because of the Trump tax cuts, the tax cut plan.
Yep.
Again, we're winning. We're winning.
Yes,
However,
we are.
They also announced that Sam's is closing like 60-some stores, I think.
Yeah,
they're closing. There's 2 in North Carolina here that are closing.
We may have a Sam's Club somewhere here in Mississippi, probably down in Jackson. I'm not sure.
We have a Sam's Club too.
Several or more in North Carolina. But my local news tonight said 2 were closing. So
we obviously have more Walmarts around here.
Yeah, we've got more Walmarts than we do Sam's.
Here, we got one up in Clarksdale. We got one over here in Greenville, one over in Indianola, and one in Greenwood. And most of them, or maybe all of them, are super centers.
Yeah, we've got 2 super centers. We've got one in Princeton, and then about 10, 15, 20 miles down by the border, the West Virginia border. As soon as you hit Virginia, there's another Walmart.
I miss Kmart and Roses.
Walmart is everywhere. Yeah, I've seen a few videos about Kmart where people have gone into the Kmarts like that or closing or whatever.
And you may never have seen a Roses.
Oh yeah, we've got Roses.
I've never been in a Roses.
Oh, you know,
I've never been in one of those.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a probably northern thing.
Well, there used
our
to be
Kmart's been closed.
none down here in the South, and slowly, but I do know there's one in Linville, North Carolina, up in the mountains. If it hadn't closed down yet, there's a few still around, but very few. They were like a
have you heard of Hills?
General or something, but bigger.
Have I heard of Hills? No, I don't think so.
Hills. That must be. That must be a Midwestern thing up here in the Northern Territories. Because we got 2 Roses. I got one in way out there, and then there's one at a local mall.
We had a Kmart.
Cool. I ever go?
But our Kmart's been closed.
Go to Roses.
Sorry.
I liked Kmart.
Our Kmart has been.
I liked Kmart. It wasn't as busy in the last 10, 15 years since Walmart got so big. Kmart had just about everything that Walmart did, and it wasn't as busy. You could get in and get out and had about the same stuff. And we'd go to Kmart a lot. I'll tell you, I can't go to a super Walmart and buy groceries and shop the whole rest of the store too. You walk 9 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, our Kmart, our local Kmart, just closed last year, and before they closed, it was so expensive. They wanted like $30 for a shirt and $20 for pants. Yeah, that was how expensive.
That must be
dude. Yeah, they closed.
I was going to say our Kmart
did have
closed.
2 Kmarts. They closed one Kmart in Princeton back in like late 90s, early 2000s. Then they just closed the Bluefield Kmart recently, as last year, and now they're on the process of closing Beckley Kmart. I think they're going to close that in the next couple of months.
I was going to say, our
They haven't
Kmart
already
has been
closed.
closed since, like, I think the mid-90s. Ours has been closed since, like, the mid-90s. And the one down here in Greenville just closed a couple of years ago. So.
Oh, wow.
Might be one in,
yeah,
but not in Washington.
Several people have done videos on Kmart and why it closed, why it's doing poorly, why Sears is doing poorly.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. YouTube channel, The Company Man. He did a...
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, he did one. Yeah.
Great YouTube channel. Great YouTube channel.
Yeah, he does. He does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the guy. But there have been several videos, about why Kmart closed and why Sears is doing poorly and everything. Oh, and Radio Shack. Radio Shack is also another.
Oh yeah, Radio Shacks are all gone pretty much. They are.
Yeah.
Way.
Ours just closed a couple of years ago. Our Radio
I'm not
Shack.
Radio Shack in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of them. They closed a bunch of Radio Shacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're mainly online now.
Maybe, yeah. I think Kmart. I think Kmart's still online. I think you can probably order stuff from them online, like you can for Walmart.
Yeah, I think you can too. Oh.
Let's see here. Speaking of infrastructure, Toyota Mazda is going to build a $1.6 billion plant in Alabama.
I heard about
4,000 jobs. It's going to be up and running by 2021.
Good.
Let's see here. I think there's another plant that's opening up. That's,
I'm sure Alabama can use it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Alabama, congratulations to the Crimson Tide, but one of their players decided to yell out, "Fuck Trump."
No, he said that he didn't say that. He said "fuck Alabama." That's what his statement released.
No, he said "fuck Georgia," supposedly.
Oh, fuck Georgia! Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, but I've seen the actual video, and I've heard the actual sound clip. He says "fuck Trump." That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing damage. And then not only that, the fake news media said that the audience in attendance booed him. They didn't boo him. They cheered him. And he walked at the 50-yard line, stood for the national anthem, and sung along with it. How more freaking American can you get?
Yeah.
Oh, but then they tried to say, well, he stumbled through the words. And
he didn't know the words.
Who was this?
He's mentally incapable of singing the national anthem. Oh, my God. It's just not going to stop. Oh, Chrysler is going to invest $1 billion in a Michigan plant, adding 2,500 jobs.
Mm-hmm. Here. Yep. So, yeah, the president is bringing these businesses back. I mean, that's a positive thing.
Absolutely. Hopefully they will stay here. Oh, can you guys see this? We'll take a look. Take a good look at it. It is President Trump using the Force on Darth Vader.
Yes, I see that.
That is freaking cool.
That is pretty
Love
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
I had to share that. I think we mainly hit on the solid points this week. I think. Oh, the fake news awards. That was rescheduled for next week, the 17th.
Wednesday.
President Trump rescheduled it for some reason.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he rescheduled it for next week. I am dying in anticipation to see what's going to happen. You see, here's the thing. Fake news awards. The media is going to stick with the fake news awards. This whole, shithole gate is going to be completely gone and over with. It's going to be the fake news awards next week. So that's good. So that's going to take up the whole week.
Yeah, with them crying and whining and bitching.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to be on the 7th. Yeah, the 17th. That's next Wednesday. So that's when it's
next Wednesday. I don't know if it's going to be at 5 or not, but we'll be updating you guys next week on it, and we'll be giving you a full list of winners or losers, winners and losers.
Didn't he say that the losers were the ones that were going to be the quote unquote winners?
Yeah, the losers is going to be the winners. That's so freaking odd. The loser trophy. They needed like a trophy, like I said last week, with him on it, and have like on the bottom, loser, just losers. Instead of the Oscars, it'll be the losers.
Yeah. CNN going to get it.
So Trump is making this presidency his own political circus, and he's the ringmaster. He's the ringmaster. I mean, it's like a reality show with this, and it's great, and I love it. On all fronts. I mean, even though they try to, censor us and ban us and all this other sorts of stuff, we're still winning. We're still winning, and we'll be even more winning when Trump goes to Davos. And I don't know when Davos is. When is Davos?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Let me look that up real quick.
Clean up in the fake news awards.
That's man, I cannot wait.
MSNBC.
This is going to be the 23rd through the 26th, and Davos is basically where all the globalists goes, and be open about it, about what they're going to do. And Trump is going to confront the globalists head on, and it's going to be exciting to see what he has to say about Davos.
That meeting of the richest people in the world, that when they decide how they want to do for the next year or whatever, and who's going to pay for what, and what's that called?
I think it's Bilderberg. I think you're thinking of Bilderberg.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Bilderberg is more secretive, more closed doors, behind the scenes thing. Davos is up front and personal. They're really open about it.
Okay.
And Trump is going to confront the globalists head on, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what he has to say. But I think that's pretty much it this week. Let's go ahead and go to some local news. And Lyle, you got any local news for us?
We had several inches of snow. We've had several inches of rain. I live up a half-mile dirt lane, and it now has 9 inches of mud.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Can't hardly get in and out. And it's supposed to rain like heck again tonight, and they're calling for rain and or snow again next week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to get in the lower 20s this week and into the teens by next week, and snow. Yeah. There's going to be another cold front coming through.
Record cold. I don't know what Trump did. But I'm sure the liberals are blaming Trump for
Trump is Mother Nature now. He's controlling God. He's playing God. He's breaking in the cold fronts.
Somehow climate change and global warming is responsible for all this cold weather.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we made fun of that last week. And now, because we said that, what's Al Gore going to do? Says climate change. And Al Gore, for the love of God, came out and said, because of this cold front, it's climate change.
Oh, shit, Al, it is climate change. It's changing from warm to cold, you idiot.
What an idiot.
All right, so here's the equator. This right here in the northern hemisphere, when it gets winter, it gets cold. And down here, it gets hot. Remember, it reverses. It gets hot right here and gets cold right here.
Yeah.
That's how science works. That's how weather works.
Well, we all know.
Wait a minute. The more you know, the more you know.
We all know that Al Gore.
What's the G.I. Joe version of that?
Now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
There we go. Knowing is half the battle. Jeez, all right, go ahead, Lil.
Oh no, I forgot what I said. It was just a comment. Anyway, no, I don't. There's nothing else I want to discuss except that I'm tired of mud. And I don't think it's going to let up anytime soon. So you go ahead, Henry.
Okay. Well, we did. We got about an inch of snow, mainly very, very frozen stuff. I'm not sure if it's sleet or snow. It may be a combination of both. You know, it's covering the grass and everything, and it's about an inch. And we got a little bit of ice, a little bit of slush.
Yeah, we did.
The ground is really warm, so wow. But the temperatures are going to be cold. The temperatures are going to be cold. Of course, increase the danger quotient.
Yeah.
Especially at night when it gets down below freezing. The temperatures are going to drop. Any liquid that's on the surfaces is going to freeze, obviously. So.
Yeah, that's hazardous right there with that ice forming. Yeah.
In fact, according to news ms.fm, winter weather advisory has been issued across the state of Mississippi. It continues to fall in certain portions of the state. The National Weather Service in Memphis has issued a winter advisory warning that extends into North Mississippi. To the region, a potent storm system will move across the Mid-South today. Rain, freezing rain, and sleet will transition to snow as cold air filters into the Mid-South. We expect to taper off this afternoon. Significant snow and ice accumulations will be possible across much of the region. In addition, strong northwest winds will occur. Filters into the region. Mixed precipitation occurring. Plan on difficult travel conditions. Additional snow accumulations of 2 inches and ice accumulations of a light glaze are expected. Of East Arkansas, North Mississippi, Southeast Missouri, and West Tennessee. Wind until 6 p.m. today, so it's already expired. Be prepared for significant reductions in visibility at times. Precautionary/preparedness actions. A winter storm warning means significant amounts of snow, sleet, and ice are occurring. It's impossible. The latest road conditions for the state you are calling from can be obtained by calling 511. Service in Jackson has issued a winter advisory warning of their own across the state until 6 p.m. as colder temperatures persist. So sleet, freezing rain, and snow will end in the next few hours in the areas east of Interstate 55, with wintry precipitation already finished elsewhere. Little to no additional wintry accumulation is expected, but many roads remain hazardous due to snow and ice cover. Portions of central Mississippi, north central Mississippi, northeast Mississippi, and northwest Mississippi. Wind until 6 p.m. today. Precautionary/preparedness actions. Use caution when traveling, especially in open areas. The latest road conditions for the state you are calling from can be obtained by calling 511. Now, my youngest niece didn't go to school today because of the conditions. It was
our kids.
The roads were pretty iced up.
And Friday this week, I think they went a day and a half after Christmas and New Year break, and then the snow hit, and they missed a good 5 days or more, and I think they've been like 3.5 days since Christmas break. 12th.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I think there was a few snow days that we've had.
Go ahead.
It doesn't affect me. Go ahead, Henry.
I have another another local story. We were talking about infrastructure earlier.
Henry froze up.
Did I freeze up again?
No.
You go, Henry. You just sound like a robot.
He came
I
back.
miss the Russians.
Oprah.
Okay. All right. We were talking about the infrastructure earlier. This is a local story. Bipartisan bill brings funding for roads and bridges. Legislative session. Mississippi's infrastructure was set to be a widely discussed topic, and lawmakers have wasted no time working to shore up the state's roads and bridges. The Mississippi House of Representatives has passed an additional measure that will bring a new pool of funds to assist cities and counties with the maintenance of their roads and bridges. It will create a new diversion of state-use tax collections, directing funds back to the cities and the counties to be used for road and bridge maintenance. This moves a redirection of existing dollars. In his State of the State address, Governor Phil Bryant discussed the importance of working together to do what's best for Mississippi and echoing that statement. HB 722 passed by a bipartisan vote of 118 to 0. Philip Gunn released a statement discussing how important this step is to fixing the state's infrastructure. As we've done for local government, Speaker Gunn said. Our efforts will put money back in the hands of the local people. This increases the diversions back to cities and counties, which is something our mayors and supervisors have been requesting for years. A media release from Gunn's office breaks down the formula for the funding. Use tax is gathered from sales tax collected on any out-of-state purchases, including those made online. Approximately $310 million was collected last year. The new diversion will divert 35% of use tax collections, $8 million by today's estimates. It will be broken down as follows to be used toward road and bridge repair. 15% of all use tax collections, approximately $46.5 million by today's estimates of use tax collected will go to cities their current sales tax diversion. Tax collections approximately 46.5. Today's estimates of use tax will go to counties dispersed according to their current state aid road formula. Of all use tax collections, approximately $15.5 million by today's estimates will fund an annual grant program administered through Mississippi Development Authority, where cities and counties can request up to $1.5 million additional funding per road and bridge project. Remember when it was, I think I brought this up, I think I talked about this once before, about our state tax, even purchases made online in order to pay for infrastructure repair. Mm-hmm. Very long ago that we discussed that. So this is what it's going into. This is what it's going to bring funds for important infrastructure repair, because there's old roads and things of that nature, old overpasses. So that's what this is being utilized for. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's not just you guys in Mississippi. It's almost everywhere, like North Carolina, for an example. Here in West Virginia, I'm sure in Ohio and other states as well, that needs a great infrastructure plan, and really need to update their infrastructure as well. I mean, update the bridges, update the trains, update the roads, update everything. And hopefully hopefully Trump can get a bill passed that'll allow all 50 states to upgrade all their infrastructure.
Well, we've got a wonderful Democratic governor now named Roy Cooper, and I'm just certain he's going to do a great job.
He's going to raise you guys' taxes to combat the infrastructure.
I don't know what, but it won't be good.
All right, so my weather report, it's 48 right now. Saturday morning, it's going to go tremendously drop down to 28 degrees. And then it's going to stick a 21 degrees throughout the afternoon tomorrow.
Sounds a lot like mine.
Yeah. Let's see here. Monday, it's going to get 15 degrees.
Woohoo.
Wednesday is going to be snow, so we're going to have a cold front coming in. But I also got another story here. It's a local story. Actually, not local, but state local, I guess you can call it. And it's sort of an unsolved mystery, I guess.
Ooh.
I cannot do a Robert Stack, so I'm just going to read it normal. Although maybe we can like pipe in the unsolved mystery theme.
Oh.
All right, so ancient remains found in Fayette County, not Sioux Ropes. The Fayette County Sheriff's Department has released new details of human remains that were found back in December of 2016. Sheriff Mike Fidley said remains found in the Kanawha Falls area are actually of those of 3 different people. Fridley said that the initial report believed the remains were that of Susan Roop, who went missing back in February of 1979 from the Bentry area. Investigators believe that the remains were Roop's because of the geographical location. After being sent to the West Virginia State Medical Examiner's office, the remains were later sent to the FBI in Quantico, Virginia for analysis. I wonder if Scully analyzed that. X-Files reference. The Sheriff's Department received a report from the FBI confirming that the remains are not of those of Roop's. The report indicates that the remains were ancient and contained bones of 3 people. Deputies said that the report indicates that the remains possibly be a couple of 100 years old. Wow. That's some exciting news. Anyone with information regarding that is wow. That's really shocking. Anyone with the information regarding the incident is urged to contact the Fayette County Sheriff's Department at 304-574-3590.
But they haven't.
Wow.
They haven't done autopsy.
They haven't done a autopsy. They just did. They just
they were murdered, old age,
they
or done. They've not figured any of that out. That's very interesting.
Yeah, 3 different people and a couple 100 years old. Wow. And that's in Fayette County. Unfortunately, it's not the remains of that woman, so there's no closure with that yet. Unfortunately,
that's sad.
So maybe, hopefully they'll dig around some more and find some more, and hopefully there would be closure. But wow, I would love to see more information about this. I would love to see if there's more information on this. They haven't.
Just what the story was.
Yeah, they haven't released much information except for that it's 3 different people and the remains are a couple of 100 years old. Wow.
Could have been a house there that they lived in.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm not really too familiar with the area. I've never been there.
Could have been somebody just came by and found them and was nice enough to bury them. Could have been, 100 different stories, That's interesting. Well, bless the souls.
Yeah, I'll definitely, if I see any more information about it, I'll keep you guys posted.
Cool.
But I think that's pretty much it. I think we covered all the big stories. Henry seems to really die down a bit after that whole epic.
I was looking for something when you mentioned about unusual stories. Something happened down here, and I think it was Humphreys County, Mississippi. last week. These farmers said that their animals had been, their livestock was being killed by something.
I think was that on Facebook? I think I saw it.
Unusual, and they found,
they were skinned or something.
Well, they weren't skinned, but they were like hollowed out. There wasn't a whole lot of.
Oh, whoa, wow, hollowed out. So the whole body was intact, but the inside was hollowed out.
Yeah, and some sort of two or three animals on all fours, and one of them appeared to have a sloping back. They appeared to have sloping backs on them.
Oh, wow.
Strange, yes.
Oh, wow.
That is weird.
I don't know. I'm trying to find the story itself.
There's a lot of stories out west and in farmland, just in general, across the United States about weird lights and precision cutting on calves and sheep and cows and horses.
It's the chupacabra.
Oh, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
But
strange.
Or it might be alien. Might be some alien out there.
There probably are. I'm scared to death of them.
Henry, if you find it, share it tomorrow night on the Xcast.
If I find it, yeah, I will.
Definitely.
Share it on your page.
So I think we got. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that'll really tie in tomorrow night. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it with this edition of Not Mainstream. We covered the big talking points that happened, the big news stories that happened this past week. So next week we're going to be covering the fake news awards. Fake news awards. The losers are the winners. I was thinking to myself, I think Trump needs to do real news awards as well, and have Fox News, InfoWars, Breitbart, have them win. That'll put them to shame. That'll put CNN and all them to shame. But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. But if you cannot wait to see our pretty little faces, me and Henry are going to be tomorrow night discussing the Xcast, season 11, episode 2. And Mulder and Scully was reunited with an old friend, one of the lone gunmen, Langley. So we'll get into that and how that came about.
Yeah.
But also, I have a special interview Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I came across this guy on Twitter. He does some really good stuff. He does his own vlogs and everything. Mike Zollo, at Mike_Zollo, ZOLLO. I'm going to interview him this Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about DACA. We're going to be talking about Oprah and God knows else we're going to be talking about. But he does some really good stuff on his Twitter, so go out, follow him. And he's got a website, thetrumptrain.us. thetrumptrain.us, so go check that out as well. And I'm going to do an interview, me and him. It's going to be a Google Live, Google Hangout thing like this, and we're probably going to be talking for about an hour or an hour and a half or so. So yeah, so tune in for that. That's going to be really fun. Very first interview. He's going to be the very first interview. Hopefully one of many. But yeah, so we're going to be ending it right now. So next week is another Not Mainstream. Tomorrow night is going to be the Xcast on the other channel, which is in the description below, Breaking Bad Cast. And then Monday night, 7 o'clock, Mike Zollo, I'll be interviewing him. We'll be discussing Oprah and DACA and other stuff that happened this past week, and maybe going into Monday as well. On that note, good night, everybody. God bless America, and God bless President Donald J. Trump.
Amen.